I want to make it clear that Sean Strickland won the fight. It's just, I don't think he fought the Khamzat Chimaev that I was expecting to see out there. The Khamzat Chimaev that I normally see is a ruthless animal, a guy that just no mercy type of dude who just rip your head off. One punch knockout type of guy. Sick takedowns. With, what's his name? Dreykus. Completely controlled that dude on the ground when they fought. And, you know, I seen this dude just dominate dudes. Dominate motherfuckers. And then he comes into this fight with Sean Strickland, and it's just not the same guy. And if you're watching the fight, you would see Khamzat was holding back tons of punches. He was holding back punches, and I don't know. I'm not trying to insinuate that, you know, the fight was rigged or anything like that. I don't think that's what happened, of course. I'm not saying anything crazy outlandish like that. But I will say that fight was sus because Khamzat, man, he just didn't look like him. Just a completely different dude. He pulls guard. And then, let me just show you what I'm talking about. He's pulling punches. Here, check this out. So right here, you know, you're going to show it right here, so you have to see my ugly mug.
Fight for both of these men. 3 minutes now to go. Separate themselves from the other to win this title.
Look at that.
Sean Strickland has fought a very good fight. That was a significant right hand a moment ago from Strickland. He's got to put more right hand.
Another missed punch.
He can't just jab.
Another missed punch. Another missed punch. Another missed punch. Another missed fucking punch. Another missed punch. Look at these fucking guys. Where the fuck was that punch to the ground? That was a punch to the ground. Another missed punch. Does a weak-ass attempted takedown. I think I made my point. Who the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Those punches they weren't landing, they weren't going anywhere, they weren't doing shit. That's not fucking Khamzat Chimaev. That's his fucking clone. That's somebody fucking else. Because the Khamzat Chimaev that I know is a ruthless fucking killer, and that wasn't no fucking ruthless killer. That was a dude who was fucking holding punches, holding back punches, and that looked to me like he was intentionally missing fucking punches. Like he was having a sparring session, like a, you know. Funny thing is, dude, in the beginning of the fourth, I want to say it was the fourth round, beginning of the fourth round, he says right when they're about to start the fourth round and right when they're, you know, hitting hands or whatever, Khamzat says, "I love you, man." He tells Sean Strickland, "I love you." What the fuck is that? Why is he fucking telling him he loves him and shit? You know, people aren't fucking trying to see two guys make love to each other out there in the fucking octagon. I'm trying to see a motherfucker get knocked out. Actually, it's not even really that. I'm trying to see a guy get knocked out. I didn't want to see Sean Strickland get knocked out. But I want to see two guys that are trying to fucking win. That actually, you know, this is was his first title defense against Sean Strickland. There was no need for this type of shit. And I'm not trying to say that, you know, there's a lot of reasons why Khamzat could have been fighting the way he was fighting. It doesn't have to be anything sinister. Maybe, you know, could have been cutting weight. He could have, I should have looked up to how much he weighed in his last fight with Dreykus. But if you know, put it in the comment section. I don't fucking know. But I was expecting to see a fucking massacre. I was expecting to see Sean Strickland get his fucking ass whooped. And don't get me wrong, I like Sean Strickland. He's one of my favorite fighters. I wanted to see him win. I wanted him to win the fight. But I didn't want to see him win a fight with Khamzat fighting the way he was. I wanted to see the Khamzat out there that who I know is a ruthless killer. And I wanted Sean Strickland to beat the shit out of that guy. Not a guy who didn't seem to want to win this fight at all. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was like they had his family in a Brooklyn basement or something. And he just wasn't going to fight throwing missed punches. What the fuck was that? Anyway, I just wanted to point that out because I caught on to it in the beginning, as the fight was going on. He had that one, he had that one takedown in the beginning. He took Sean down. He had control, took his back. And I think that was in the first round. What's going on right there? You can see it right there back in the screen right there. And he had opportunities to finish him with the rear naked choke. Like right there, he's got the choke in. He's got the fucking choke. But he lets it go. And then he's got the choke wrapped around his neck. Look at that. He had the choke. He had him he could have did a face crank right there. He could have face cranked him. He could have fucking choked him out, but he didn't. And I got people, I'm listening to people, famous people talking about what a great fight it was and all fucking this and that. And, I'm nobody. I'm a fucking nobody. I'm just a fan of the UFC, I mean, I never had a fight, professional fight or anything like that. I'm fucking, I'm an old man training MMA and jiu-jitsu. I don't know shit. I mean, I fucking get my ass beat by all the youngsters all the time. I don't know anything about fucking this shit, but I do know one thing. I know a rear naked choke and what you can do. I know because from my training, I know that Khamzat could have fucking choked his ass out right there. 100% if he wanted to. But why didn't he want to? That's what I want to fucking know. And I got to move on, I got to move on from this because it's just going to bother me because, Khamzat's talking about rematch and shit. I don't want to see a rematch if it's going to be that. If he's going to be performing like he did in this fight, I don't know what the fuck that was. I mean, I was super disappointed because I'm a big fan of Khamzat. I like his style. I like the way he fights. He's a fucking mean motherfucker. But man, the guy out there, I don't know who that guy was. It wasn't the Khamzat I know. Anyway, I got to move on because, a new week's coming. We got fights coming up. We have main event, Arnold Allen and what's his name? Malcazal Costa. They're going to be fighting. We also have a couple of other fight nights in between when we have the UFC 250, Freedom 250. I don't know if you guys know about the Freedom 250. That's another interesting topic I want to talk about.